All right, we're live. Just waiting for everyone to arrive, and then off we start. All right, Elia is here, our special guest. Just waiting for everyone to arrive, and then off we start. Hello, Krisha. Hi, Krisha. How are you? I'll wave. All right, so I guess I'll just start because we don't have that much time, and then everybody can actually join us in a bit. Elia is not here anymore. He just left, so we are just gonna have to wait for him. And at the same time, we just wait for everyone to arrive. So this is gonna be a great show. I'm super excited about this one. In case you are new to this show, to this live, to this account in general, I have a podcast every single Wednesday. It's called The Late Broadcast with Sharara, which is me. And every show I have a special guest that actually joins me, and we talk about everything. So Elia just actually messaged me right now. He's like, his VPN is not actually working anymore. In case you are not in Dubai, so in Dubai we cannot actually go live with each other on Instagram unless we have our VPN on. So he is actually fixing that, and he'll be back. Hopefully we don't have any problems with the VPN. Hello everyone. All right, people are actually joining and then leaving. But yeah, I mean, we will be starting the show very soon. It's gonna be super fun. You guys are really gonna enjoy it. At least I hope so. And it is gonna be very interactive as well. All right, Elia is back. Just gonna be accepting his request. Hi, no, Krisha, this is not the giveaway. No, this podcast.
No, I'm not giving away anything.
All right, so we have Elia here. We will start the show. Just let me introduce the show.
First, I'm sorry
One,
for being
two,
late. The
three.
VPN
All
is
right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, family and friends, welcome to the 5th episode of the Late Broadcast with yours truly, myself, Sharara. This episode is very, very special. I have a very good friend of mine. His name is Elia. He is an award-winning artist manager based here in Dubai. I am super excited to actually have you here. I've been actually just waiting for this for a while. I was waiting for the right time to actually invite you. So here we go. You are finally here. We are happy to actually see you here with us. In case the people in the live, people are still showing up slowly. But for those who don't actually know you, if you can actually give a small introduction about yourself.
sure. First, sorry for being late. The VPN here is very
It's
weird,
all
man.
good. All
Anyways,
right, I think we lost him for a second. We're
is it
okay. Yes, we are back.
such a weird VPN, man. Sorry about
No
that.
worries, no worries. I mean, it
UAE
really
issue.
happens every single episode, so that's fine.
UAE issues, man. Damn it. Anyways, first of all, before I introduce myself, thank you so much for having me, man. It means a lot to me. We've been friends for quite some time now, but we haven't officially met, man, and it bugs me so much. We should. Um, First, I'm ELIA MSSAWIR. Was born, raised in Lebanon, moved here almost a decade ago, almost. I have my own company, Big Beards Entertainment, hence the beard. Uh, I manage Middle East, UAE-based artists, music artists, and I do events for brands like Red Bull, like Adidas, like big brands here. And I try to always integrate my artists and the artists that I work with or the artists around me in these events. So this is my goal always. The second part is that I do tour management. So I book touring for artists internationally and just go there and fly with them. And yeah, this is what I
Nice.
do. That's
Nice. I
a
mean,
quick
I
one.
did not know about the touring, but wow, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, I see my mom is here, so big shout out to you, mom. And
Hello,
a
mom.
big and
You
a
did a good
big
job.
shout out to everyone as well. And I mean, we just actually started, so you did not actually miss anything. I mean, I am really excited. We have a lot to يعني, talk about. And as you said, we've been actually friends for a while, but we haven't officially met, which is, I mean, it's weird at the same time. But I am really just looking forward to actually meeting you, and I am sure that we will be. Did we get him back? Yes, we did. All right, there you go, Elia. So, I mean, you are an award-winning artist manager. As you actually said, you also have your own agency, um, and you actually manage the artists here in the UAE, and you actually go on a tour with them as well, which is incredible. I mean, the question that always actually comes into my head, and I'm sure that everybody actually thinks about it as well. How does one actually get into the music business? I mean, do you need like a set of skills, um, like like a set of skills and like knowledge um, to yani, be in the position that you are in at the moment?
First, let me just because a lot of people question me on like people tell me why do I mention award-winning artist manager. First thing is that before I answer your question, I just wanted to make it clear is that it took me
Yeah.
years. I've been awarded a lot of times during my career, but I never mentioned the award-winning thing. I mentioned it the first time was last year, and people ask me like
Okay.
why. There's one particular award that made me do this because I was picked by the people, by my not I don't not fans, fuck that. I mean, by the people that love me, by people that believed in me.
Yeah.
Around 3,000 votes came into that award, which is the TP Magazine Award, which is a big deal for an artist manager.
Yes, of
So
course.
since that point, people told me you need to start saying that.
Yeah.
It's not that and I never showed up. I never told anybody that I'm an award-winning artist manager. But until last year, I felt that I needed to give back to the people because this specific award was from them to me. And
Yes.
yeah, this is like thank you for everybody. Answering
Wow.
your question, as an artist manager, I did not start as an artist manager. I started um, as a tour manager, somebody who just books artists outside abroad and just tour manage the whole thing. It was at first it was very challenging for me. I was a young kid. I think I was my first tour that I ever booked or first show abroad was I was 18, 19 kind of thing. Uh, that specific show kind of opened for me doors into watching artist managers on site. And this is
Okay.
where I loved the whole thing about artist managers. And then I started, talking with a lot of them and see what's behind the curtains, what a role for an
Hmm.
artist manager should be, and how like what is their role with the artist, like why you're here, what are you doing here, and I loved it so much. I remember that first festival that I learned from like legends, like the artist manager of Black Sabbath at the time, the artist
Wow.
manager of I think Steel Panther, if I'm not mistaken, like legends. And I learned from them, and they were super nice. And I wanted to be like them. I chose them as my idols. And
Nice.
I started researching, I started studying, I started following the trends of the music, and I started implementing all these into my artists, or the artists that I at the time I used to call them, you know, bands and established. They weren't
Yeah.
established, but you know, as a stuck up artist manager, you want your artists to be established.
Yes, of
So
course.
they were the guinea pigs of my career, and I learned so much from them, and they learned from me. And from that point, I just decided I want to be that kind of person. At the time, I was also a musician. I did not want to be a musician anymore. I wanted to be the guy behind the scenes. So there's no criteria, except there's, if you have a love for this, you will make it. If you don't have a love for it and you're doing it for the money, you'll never succeed. Nobody's gonna like you, and nobody's gonna take you under their wings to teach you anything. I'm being very honest.
Look,
I've seen a lot of yeah,
I mean, I say this every single time. I mean, if you put love into whatever you do, you will eventually be there. I mean, like you will actually reach the goal, you know, that is in your head. But if you are
100%.
in anything, if you're in anything just for the money, I mean, you might, but I mean, you are not going to be able to actually maintain it because
Of course.
uh, look, because it's easy to actually reach the goal, but it's not easy to actually maintain it.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, so I mean, if you actually put love into it, then anything is actually possible, guys. I say this every
Yeah.
single time. Um, you kind
Yeah,
of
also,
answered my second. You kind of answered my second question though, because I mean I was about to ask you, you know, like, did you always actually see yourself as an artist, like as an artist, like manager in the future, or did you just end up in that specific position? And you kind of answered that you were a musician. You said, right?
yes. Yes, I
Wow.
was a bass player actually. I was a bass player, and my line of work was only strictly in events. So I did not
Okay.
never interacted with other artists except the bandmates I had.
Mm.
But to be honest with you, at first when I started the artist manager thing, I had a very weak personality. Like I tell everybody, I was not the guy that goes into a conversation or starts a conversation or goes out there and do things. I was someone who's very chill, very laid back, waiting for
Yeah.
things to come to me.
Mm.
And this set me off very like on many opportunities. So before I decided to start being an artist manager, I had to change my personality. Some people told me at the time, no, don't change your personality and everything, stay a musician and do the artist manager. Like, I couldn't, to be honest. I had to change my personality and enhance my character towards business. And I look at it, I think my career now is almost 11 years now, fully. I look at
Nice.
it back, I made the right decision. Because if I stayed that kind of Elia back then, I would not be successful as I am now. I
Mm-hmm.
would be probably, like you said, maybe I reached a goal, but I wouldn't be able to maintain it. But
Mm-hmm.
now, you like, because of how much I struggled at first, I'm reach a point where I can call any artist manager in the world and be like, let's sit down and have a coffee and talk about this
Nice.
and that. You
Nice.
know what I
Nice.
mean?
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
to any career in like in your career being a musician, an artist, a host. You're obviously maintaining your standards. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not able to maintain it, I think we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? You wouldn't be interested in
Of
me, I wouldn't
course.
be interested in you. But we reached a level where you know who
Yeah.
you want to talk to and
Mm-hmm.
at what time. So yeah.
100, 100, 100%, brother. Um, that is very interesting. But I mean, I would like to know. So this all actually started in Lebanon. It did not actually start here,
Yes.
right?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, in
Okay.
Lebanon. Yeah. Lebanon.
Nice.
So the journey was
In
Lebanon,
Lebanon, we have so
London.
many talented people. In case you don't know, okay, everyone that is here in the live, we have so many talented people. There was a time where where I was on a vacation there. By the way, I am Lebanese. In case you are new to my account, so I was on a vacation there, and I went to a place called oh my God, it's called Radio Beirut. I'm sure you know it.
Yeah.
Man, I went there. I went there for the first time ever in my life, and like everyone is actually performing, and like it's not like a karaoke. No, it's.
No.
I mean, I look. I mean, I really don't know how to actually explain this, but like there are so many talented people. They were actually performing, and I was like, what? Those people are here in Lebanon. Those people are Lebanese. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like how, like they are so talented. So I mean, I am not even surprised that you actually, that your journey actually started in Lebanon. Because I mean, if it did not actually start there, then I mean, with
Yeah.
all the talents over there,
Exactly, man. Like
it's crazy.
I tell everybody, if I started my career in UK, in Europe, or in Asia or the States, I don't think I would be able to reach where I am now because there's millions like me. And you
Yeah.
know, I would there's a door that you would not be able to enter. So my career jumped, even though I started in Lebanon, the success that I found was not in Lebanon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The career started in Lebanon, then it jumped to UK, London for a year or so, then in Abu
Okay.
Dhabi, then I moved to Dubai from Abu Dhabi. So yeah, the
Okay, okay,
career
so
that
okay,
yeah
so basically you've actually managed artists from Lebanon, from the UK, and from
yeah
the UAE now.
yeah.
Interesting, interesting, nice, nice.
So
The,
based on my UK company that I started there, I was able to
mhm.
actually work with German bands, German artists, Swiss, Swedish. At the time I had it, it was in 2013. Almost Europe basically, and UK of course. So this is the door that started my actual career. Yeah.
Wow, wow, very nice, very nice. Big shout out to everyone here. I see you guys in the comments. I really appreciate everything that you guys are saying. A big shout out to everyone over here. Look, I mean, that is a very interesting story, to be honest. But but again, like the question that actually pops in my head, like what is the role of a music manager or an artist manager, like in the
Right.
general sense? I mean,
I'm glad you put it in a sentence where there's no agent involved because every time I do these talks or
mhm,
panels, people tell me, "So you as an agent, what do you do?" I don't like to be called an agent. And an agent is someone that is referred to as a booking agent. I am not a
exactly.
booking agent. I'm someone who hates on booking agents. I should be,
Yeah.
dissing them. But anyways, so I'm glad you said artist manager. Uh, an artist manager, man, there's a misconception to that. Is that they think people like me just book artists for shows, which is wrong. They
Okay.
don't see, yeah, an artist manager role is simple, not simple in terms of making it, but it's totally different than booking artists.
Hmm.
As an artist manager, you have to take your artist. First of all, you need to believe in the artist or the talent. Second of all, the work that you need to do behind the scenes is heavy. Getting them a record deal, getting them a distribution deal, getting them a PR deal, getting them the booking agent and the booking agency, and getting them the marketing strategy or the plan that you need to do and work on it. Now I do extra stuff in terms of bookings and tour management because that's how I started. But yeah,
Yeah, just a second. So everything that you actually said now is on you?
yeah,
Oh wow. I mean I did not know that. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I mean so basically you do everything.
yeah.
Look okay. Wow. Okay.
So let's say I'll give you an example. I don't know. Let's say Sharara, you basically. If I'm seeing you as a fan on your Instagram, if I see your visuals, the way you post, the way you interact with people, this is my work. This is
Hmm.
how. This is where you are because of my work behind the scenes. The connections that reached through me to you, whether brands collaborations, this is
Hmm.
also me. Whether the events that you do live, same goes to me. The marketing and all that. But now I'm in a position where I don't do it myself. I have a team as well with me. But you know,
Of
the
course.
artist management,
Yeah.
the whole artist management thing, this is their role. They get you from A to Z. On
Wow.
site in an event, I'm I'm the person who actually says yes for the artist to perform or not. Why? Because if the promoter did not provide the specifics that I asked for prior to the event, I can cancel the show. And the artist should not say no to me. I'm not being a stuck up, but this is the reality. You need to keep standard. And obviously, so far, all my artists, they respect and like they follow what I do. Because when you sign an artist, that means you're signing a mutual trust and mutual
Of course.
agreement verbally, basically to yeah. And then all the artists, they reach a goal because of the things, and me and my team and me
Mm-hmm.
been working on behind the scenes. So yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I did not know that at all. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest, and I mean no disrespect, but I mean, I did
Told you,
not
people
make, I
people
mean,
think misinformation. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, like, I mean, I did not know all of that. And I
Also,
mean, this is
there's a
very,
role.
very, very, I mean, it's very impressive because everything that I mean, like everything that actually happens is on you, which I
Yeah.
did not know, and I'm sure that so many did. I mean, I am sure that nobody actually knew about it.
Also, there's a point
But
also people don't know about is that an artist manager the third year in the music composition, which means you have the producer, you have the artist, and you have the manager. For me, I'm not stuck up to a point where I tell my artist no, don't do that. But some managers they do. The international ones they do. For me, I'm the third year where I just give my opinion towards the music is being produced or recorded. But usually, an artist manager who is at an international level, they have a say if that song would go through or not, even after you record it and work
mhm.
on it and everything. So yeah,
Okay, the question is, do they actually pay for the song, or do you? I mean, like for So, okay, so basically, when you record a song, you know, you need to go to the studio, you need a producer, you need to actually record. There's also, you know, like, I mean, there are so many things. And I mean, like, those things actually cost a lot. So, who actually covers that? I mean,
okay.
the label, or you, or the artist himself, in case the artist is not actually signed.
If you asked me this question 10 years ago, I would have said the labels would pay for all this.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, managers would never pay. Just so we could be clear, we only get
Okay.
paid.
Mm.
No, but no, to get paid, you have to put the work into it. You know,
I
it's
mean,
not like you sit on
of
your ass.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The international managers, for example, there's a monthly fee that you have to pay for them from the artist's pocket. The artist has to pay for the artist manager a monthly fee, and then the manager's job is to actually get the money into the bank of the artist so that he can pay for everything. So let's say an artist is semi-established and they want to record a full album or video. My job is to try. It's never I will try to get you a brand to be on board of this funding.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot, especially in UAE. Like I've never known any artist I worked with without getting funded on their video or getting funded on
Mhm.
their album. It's there. There's an opportunity for everybody.
Okay.
So I get the money from somewhere else and I inject it into this project.
Mhm.
Some artists they don't like to wait. They have some money here and there. They just come and put it into their art, and this art would actually they monetize on the art and then they recoup the fees
Yeah.
again.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So it's
Okay.
never the artist who pays. It's never the manager who pays. If you have a label, sometimes they pay. Nowadays they won't. But also brands is a big thing.
I thought that the labels actually pay for that.
Not anymore. Labels nowadays, so they no longer give you a record deal.
Wait. I
They
mean, like, are you talking about locals or internationally?
international labels.
They don't pay for that? Really?
No,
Wow.
the only time they pay is they buy the album from you. So let's say you're an ex artist. let's say, I don't know, on top of my head, Lady Gaga, I don't
Yeah.
know the name, but if she has an album and she wants to release it, the label would pay millions to buy it from her. But upfront
Wow.
money, no.
Okay. Okay.
That
Interesting.
was
Interesting.
that was in the past. Now, like labels used to sign you for 3 albums and they give you money upfront, just making
Yes.
3 albums.
Yes.
Now it
Exactly.
doesn't exist. Now it doesn't exist at all.
Wow. 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 Okay. I mean, that is very interesting. So based on whatever you actually said right now, it means that to basically make music is actually way harder at the moment,
Oh yeah.
unless you have a source of income and you are actually doing really fucking well and all that. So I mean, it's a different, yeah. But wow,
You know the
okay,
criteria for if you sit down with labels here, the international labels that are based here in UAE, like their office here for the Middle East. If you sit and talk to them, they'll tell you we're only interested with established artists. So in the past, if you release one track and it was good, the label would take you and make you a better artist. Now, no.
exactly,
The labels need to see numbers. They need to see you have a following, you're releasing already albums, you're releasing already videos, you're doing good, you're doing that. Then they'll be interested in
only then they would
signing
actually
it.
take you.
Yeah. So
Only
you
then
already
they would.
have
Okay.
you need to think of it as a business company. When you start a company, you need to
Yeah.
inject money, invest in it, and then you will get the revenues after a year or so. So this
Mm.
is how it goes now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Uh, I would like to actually go back to you being the award-winning artist manager. As you actually said, you had many awards,
Yeah.
which is incredible. But if you can explain, you specifically spoke about just one, which
Yeah.
was the last year. Yeah, yeah,
2019.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So 2019, how did that happen? And
Okay.
did you expect to actually win? And what was the feeling? I mean, if you can explain that to us, because I am sure it was a very exciting. I mean, it was out of the blue. So I
Yeah.
would like you to like explain everything because we are super excited to actually know about that.
So last year I was hit up by a colleague of mine, and he was like, "You should run for the TPMEA awards." I was like, "Man, I don't like awards. I don't like to compete. I don't like this whole voting system thing. It's not for me. Like
Hmm.
I love to do what I do just for the
Yeah,
love of it. I don't seek. I don't run behind fame. That's why
yeah,
I decided to be behind the scenes in the first place, or else I remained as a musician."
yeah,
So he was like, "No, you should do it. You will win it." And then I was like, "Okay, fine. Since there's no artist managers here, or at the time I did not know there's artist managers in the region as an official ones, I was like, yeah, well,
yeah.
let's go for it. Let's run for this title." So I did. And then when the names came out, man, I sweat so hard just seeing my name with like 4 other legends in the Middle East. Like I didn't know they exist. When I did the research, I
Wow,
was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be hammered. I'm gonna be out of this,
wow.
you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So the voting started. Like these people, they have. I don't want to name anybody, but
yeah,
these people they have massive following. Like okay, I have on my Instagram almost 5K. These people they have thousands and hundreds, and
yeah,
like they
yeah.
can like one post can reach to the mass.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know what? I believed in myself, and my family pushed me so hard. My mom, my brother, my sisters, like, no, you're not. You don't think of yourself as a small kid on the block. You can be a
Hmm.
giant as them. They pushed me so hard. I did not start promoting until like a week before the results came
Mm.
out.
Mm.
So, and looking at it back then, like at it now, I was like, what a pussy. I'm not gonna say that, but what a a chicken you are, you know.
Yeah.
So I pushed it hard. I pushed it hard for 7 days, man. I contacted friends that I haven't seen or talked to since years. I've contacted everybody. Like in my book, I think I've contacted like around 200 people. these 200 people that actually believed in me, they started contacting people that heard of me. We reached
Mm.
3,000
Wow.
votes.
3,000 votes.
Yeah.
Bro,
Legit,
that is
organic, legit, organic. And they were shocked because the one after me, they had only 1,000 votes. So I
wow.
kind of, I kind of,
3,000 votes. Wait, so I
yeah.
did not know that it is actually based on like it is not actually based on the people that you know who basically vote. I mean, I thought that it is basically up to the event organizers who have been actually just watching you anyway, and they would actually decide. But apparently, it is not that way at all.
No, no, it's kind of, it was
No.
both. As far as I remember, it was people vote and jury vote, and both kind of.
Oh,
I,
okay,
I,
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it was 50. So basically, I already aced the 50%, and I just needed one vote from the jury. But as far as I heard that the jury voted for me. I'm not being stubborn. This is info I received. I don't know, but this is info I received. So, so yeah, man,
Man, this is
it was the
incredible.
proudest moment for my life, man. To be honest.
This is, I mean, I am out of words. I saw the comments. Um, I am Pierda. I am so sorry if I actually said your name wrong. She said that family is the base for everything. Congratulations, and everyone is actually very happy for you. I mean, it's incredible. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Man, I want to talk about the Dubai music scene. And
Ouch.
this is, look, I mean, before we actually talk about this, this is a very, how do I say this? I'll be honest, I'll be very straightforward. This really annoys me. This specific topic really annoys me, and I will explain why. Why? Because every single person here in the UAE says there is no music scene, and they
That's
are wrong.
wrong.
That
That's
they are
wrong.
100% wrong. Every single, I mean, I have never met anyone that was like, yes, you can actually fucking make it here in the UAE.
Of
I've never
course.
met anyone, and I am not actually talking about me. Like yeah. Um, Everyone is like, if you actually want to succeed in your music, you have to go to the US, you have to go to Europe, you have to go. So I
Yeah.
would like you to actually talk about the Dubai music scene because you are a big, I mean, you are actually a part of it and you understand it more than me and more than anyone else. So the mic is yours and please explain that there is a music scene here.
Okay. I understand why most people say there's no music scene, and I understand other people where they say there is a music scene. Okay. The issue with UAE not having a music scene for some people is that this country is on rotation every year. Every year you have somebody that you know is leaving the country. Every year you know a group of friends they're leaving the country because it's on rotation. And then the year after you meet new people, new talent. So there's a lot of people that there's a lot of names that when I came the first time I came here it was 2002. So I started visiting and all that. So in 2007 I started getting introduced to the music scene here. And there was a lot of talents, and a lot of talents made it through um, generating, generating a lot of revenues from their
Mm-hmm.
music. They made a lot of money. They got signed to major labels, and they just flew out because they didn't want to continue being in that phase.
Yeah.
So if you ask me about this artist and that artist 3 years ago, yeah, they no longer exist because they left. They left. They entered the market where there's millions like them. They would never succeed. In fact, they succeeded here, but they took the
Yeah.
wrong step. So
Nice.
this is the part where people think it's not. For me, seeing it on rotation and changing and seeing now and there and when, there is a hell of a music scene here. From
Mm-hmm.
promoters, from DJs, from rappers, from bands, from you name it. There is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of a lot and super freaking talented people that you never meet in your life if you go abroad. Even though they're
Yeah.
coming from abroad, but no, they come here, they put their passion, their talents, their
Yeah.
love for what they do here. Because here, we all know UAE as a place to hustle and just go out there. You
Exactly.
cannot sit on your ass. Every day you need to
Yeah.
do something. Every day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Music scene here is rich. You want to make it abroad, you need to make it here. There's no place or market around the world for upcoming artists to succeed better than here. As let's say I'm a musician right now,
What
and
makes you actually say that though?
I'll tell you, I'm a musician. I'm giving you an example. It's easy. Everybody knows this. I'm a musician myself, or I'm a singer, whatever. I wanna. I released one track that did me good. Somehow got me 100 only followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can go directly to any brand I know, Adidas, Red Bull, Puma, energy drinks, sport brands, anybody. Just present to them a presentation telling them, I just need 10,000 dirhams to create this video, and you can do whatever you want to do on it. You want to put your product placement, you want me to shout out for you, you want me to do this and that, you will get it immediately. You will get one deal out of 15 or 20. And same goes to every project. Artists here are some artists there are lazy waiting for the brands to come. This is the issue, man. As an artist manager, I've never been turned down by any brand I approach to get funding for my artists. No, in UK, man, I had to, I had to pull out strings. I had to fly out to another country to be able to get a meeting where I've been turned down millions of times.
Wow.
No, we don't believe in this artist. No, I don't think your artist would do it. No, 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 no. Same goes to the States. You're competing with millions of people. Here,
Yeah.
you're competing with 10. 10. And you have versus 300 brands. You're not going to be able to get one brand. That means your art is whack. Sorry, to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one brand to give you 10K, it's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Exactly.
And
True.
now,
True.
and especially now, like my artists, like they feed on brands, getting paid from brands. All their projects are funded by brands. So this is the easiest market to penetrate. It's the easiest market to generate revenues. It's the easiest market to generate the revenues and put it in your tour abroad. This is how you penetrate other markets. So as a music scene, yes, there is a hell of a music scene, but
Wow.
most of them, they don't know how to do it. They just wait for things. You're not going to
Okay,
succeed if
wait.
you wait for
So,
things.
I mean, if they don't have a music manager that actually has all the knowledge that you do,
You don't need
then
it.
they
You
are
don't need it.
basically then they are basically stuck.
Bro, look, if you are a graphic designer or any kind of job, an engineer or whatever, okay, to be able to do your job very well, you have to do your research before you go into this, right? Even if you
No, no, no,
graduated from
no,
your,
no. No. But I am speaking a guy. I mean, I am speaking an artist who has no idea. No, I mean, he doesn't know anything about. He doesn't know anything about the business industry.
okay,
He only knows how to make art.
okay. If if his art or her art or their art is good and amazing and it's gaining following, there's two outcome of this. Either someone like me will come and sign them up, or a
Mhm.
brand will approach them by themselves to get product out there, and to get the product out there they will.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So even if you don't know how to deal with business, you have to establish your name and your music. Like
Exactly.
I'm not gonna follow or sign an artist that have 10 following or 10 likes on their profile. Being very
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
I'm a
Yes.
business oriented person. So
Yes.
if now Sharara just released music today that hit 50K views, which is good, you know.
We lost
I
him.
no,
Did we
I'm
lose
here.
him?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
he's here. He's here.
I got a phone call. Sorry, I clicked
No
cancel.
problem.
Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying is, if Sharara released a track today and it hit, I'm gonna say 10,000 views in few weeks or 2 weeks or something, I'm interested in working with you. I'm interested in developing your image and your visuals and your ID. You know what I mean? So if you have 10, 100, 200 followers, I'm not gonna be interested because you're still young and there's a long road for you to reach where you reach. I personally don't sign artists that are not established. For the reason I worked a lot with artists that are not established, it's a work of 5 years before they reach place. Sorry to say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I
that
cannot.
is true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for now, I work, for example, with Freak. Freak, my man, he did not start with like his boom started last year. Even though he's a friend of mine before working together, even though
Yeah.
I believed in his art before, we never actually worked officially until last year when his art boomed. He knows, and I know. I told him I couldn't work with you before, and he said, "Yeah, I know, man. It's mutual thing." Like he got busy to a point he cannot handle his music anymore, his music business. He
Yeah.
called me. I called him. We moved forward with the stuff, and yeah, it pick up from there. Same goes to all the artists I worked with, and now today I started recently working with Tina Yamut. Today was official meeting, and yeah, so you need to.
Extremely happy for you, bro. Extremely.
Thanks.
So uh, I don't know if I asked you this. I don't think I did. Who are the artists that you actually manage? So it's Freak and it's actually Tina.
Tina
You
Yamut,
are
yeah, we
about to
started today.
actually sign her, or did you already do that?
Oh, Tina just joined now. We were
Wow,
talking about
we
you,
were
Tina.
just speaking about you, Tina.
We were just talking. Today we had an album listening session, me and Tina, and it
Very
went
nice. Very
fantastic.
nice. Very nice. Very nice, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Super happy for you. I mean, a part of all of this, I mean, I am so happy that you actually delivered the point and the message that yes, guys, we do have a music scene in Dubai and it's actually booming. All right,
Yeah.
we have so many talented people over here. It's really incredible. You just have to. I mean, all what I really want to ask is stop saying there's no music scene because there is. And we
Look,
have an
you know who,
award-winning artist manager with us, and he is explaining to us that yes, guys, there is a music scene in Dubai. It's as simple
you
as
know,
that.
you know who says there's no music scene in Dubai or there's no opportunities in Dubai? The
I
ones
know.
who failed.
No, yes, and the people who do not even look at the local talents, they only look
Yeah.
at the international ones.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
if you,
By failed,
I mean, if you did not actually make it, then I don't know you. I don't want to actually know you. I don't want anything to do with you. Unless you are famous and everyone is okay, then I would be. I mean, it is really crazy. It is
by
absolutely
saying
crazy.
failed, by saying failed, not personally failed to them, it basically saying they never tried to look into the music scene. They
Yeah,
failed
yeah.
basically not, man, like there's an issue here that artists here don't support other artists. They don't support each other. It's a fact. As much as we say la vie en rose and we live in a very beautiful country and everything, artists don't support artists. And that's a
Bro,
very big
can
issue.
I am so sorry to actually interrupt you, but
Yeah.
you just actually brought up like, so okay, so I make music, guys, and I mean I still have a long way to go. I mean, I am not the best and all that, but I mean I enjoy it. You know, it actually makes me happy, and yeah. Um, so before, I think maybe 2, 3 years ago, when I was always like all that I was actually doing was music, right? So I was actually supporting all the local artists. Like even if I don't actually know them, like I would, because because I know and I understand the place that they are in. So I know that it would mean a lot that if I actually promote them and blah blah blah. So um, there are so many that they actually did the same thing to me, but as well there are so many that I supported them and they showed me nothing. I mean, look, I mean, I do understand that you might not like my music, but it's
That doesn't
simple.
mean
I
you
mean,
need it. Yeah. It
yeah,
doesn't
like
mean you
I mean,
shouldn't
like
share
it's
it. And
simple. I don't know, like it's simple, like maybe call or a text or like anything.
yeah.
So
You know,
yeah,
I'll
so if we
yeah.
lost him, okay, he's back. Yeah, so it was very disappointing, and
I'll tell you something
totally,
happened with me.
yeah, I totally agree that they do not actually support each other here. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
I I used to share almost every release or every event in UAE before.
Yeah.
Some point I used to miss few because I'm not the radar. We're just sitting behind my phone and just trying to get
Of course,
artists.
of course, of course,
I
of course.
started hearing a lot of blabbering and behind my back, like Elia doesn't support. Yeah, he's a stuck up. He only supports this and that. You know what I decided? I decided to stop sharing everybody except my own artists, so everybody can shut the fuck up. And because man, like if you want me to share something or you want me to listen to something, send it to me. I'm not sitting behind my computer or my phone just waiting. When is this guy's gonna release or when is this group gonna release? If you want me to
Yeah,
listen to something and support you, send it to me. I'm not I'm man. I don't have 1 million followers that I could push you. Just
yeah,
well, if I can share it, I will share it. Why not? So man, yeah, I
yeah,
decided to stop sharing and supporting artists that are not under my roster because
yeah,
I don't wanna butt hurt anybody.
yeah,
I don't wanna hurt anybody's feelings.
yeah.
As
True,
simple as it is.
true.
So
Look, I mean, it's this entire thing is very interesting. We are very short on time. There are a couple of questions, but I don't think we can actually go over them all. So I'll ask you two.
yeah,
I will ask you about your opinion about the pandemic, which is
yeah.
which is very sad to me. Every time I talk about it, I feel like fucking crying, guys. So if you can actually share your opinion and like, did it actually affect you and your artists and the events in the UAE and yeah,
Um, from business wise, for my Big Beards Entertainment company, yes, events completely canceled, probably till the end of the year, etc., etc. But on a personal level with
yeah,
my artists, no. I actually, on a personal level, I created means and ways to generate income. And same for
because
my artists. Yeah. Um,
because everything is online now.
yeah, exactly. Um, I created, not I created, I actually went online. I studied things that things I've been on my mind for a while, such
Yeah.
as stock market, esports gaming,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and marketing, music marketing in general.
Yo,
And I
Freak
started,
TV is in the house.
hey,
We
free
were
TV.
just actually speaking about you. We were just speaking about you, man.
Yeah, we said
Yo,
very bad things.
big shout out to Freak TV, everybody that's in the live. Um, he is here in Dubai. Okay, for those who actually say there is no music scene in Dubai, he is like here. He is on the very top. Okay, so make sure you guys actually follow him and show some love because he is making Dubai very proud. That
Yeah,
is for sure.
yeah,
That is for sure.
he's putting UAE on the map, man. To be honest,
Yes,
for
exactly,
local based artists, I'm proud of
exactly.
this guy, man. Man. There's a lot of things behind the scene. Me and Freak are working on that we cannot publish
Yeah,
yet, but
Yeah.
Oh my God. The next week, I think we're gonna drop a bomb that
Oh shit.
people are gonna question their existence, to be honest. And I'm not exaggerating,
Man,
honestly.
man.
I'm not
Nice,
exaggerating.
nice, nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. You, you spoke about your agency, which is Big Beards Entertainment. Can you actually explain what it is all about? Um, I think we lost him. I think. Fingers crossed, everybody. I don't know if you can see me or not because we lost the connection with him. I don't know if it's affecting my connection as well, but let's hope he will be back. Come on. All right, just let me go through the chat. Freak, welcome, brother. You are most welcome. Yes, we lost Elia. He just actually sent me a request again. I'm gonna add him real quick. Um, all right, I see you guys in the chat box. Norshan, thank you so much for the love.
There you
Krisha as well. Okay, Elia is back.
go.
Yeah, so I was asking you about your Big Beards Entertainment. If you can actually
Um,
explain more about it.
so
Yeah.
basically, Big Beers started as two things, as a booking agency that does booking for any kind of artist into to festivals, to shows, to concerts, and also artist management. This is what I do. After a few months to a year, I dropped the booking agency thing because I don't like agents, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
be one of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I changed the strategy of my company and became strictly artist management and events management. Since I was working with good artists here in UAE and major of them, a lot of brands approached these artists and they wanted them in their events. So I kind of created the events department where I just create the events for the brands and put my artists on it. So this is
Amazing.
like
Nice.
a win-win
Nice.
situation kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, so now the strategy that is coming to life, hopefully, and it was supposed to come in February, but pandemic killed us all. Um, Basically, we're gonna have our own sound and light uh, in-house company. Uh, yes, this is the first time we say this, but
Amazing.
we're moving one of the biggest companies in Lebanon to here
Oh
officially.
wow. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And we don't want to compete with anybody, like, because our events are rolling anyways. So we
Yeah.
just needed this thing, and it's gonna come to life hopefully by
Man,
September,
that
October.
is amazing news. That is amazing news.
Yeah,
I am so happy for you, brother. I swear to God, from the bottom of my heart. I mean, you deserve the best only because I know that you work really hard, and I
Habibi,
respect that. I really
Habibi
do. I
Sharara.
really do. I really do. We are very short on time. I just want to ask you one more thing before we would be done. But before I ask you this, I just want to say just one thing to everyone here in the chat. That is here in the live. I I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything. Um, I actually started the late broadcast with Sharara about a month ago, and to be honest, I was not expecting myself to actually go on with it. But because of you guys, I did, and because of you guys, people are actually talking about it. Yes, I don't have so many people in my lives, but at least I do have a couple, and those who are in the live are always enjoying it, and that's what actually makes me happy. I don't care about I really don't care about the numbers. I care about your happiness. So I am super happy that you guys are actually enjoying this. And a fun fact, I was the kid who could not actually speak to anyone. I used to actually stutter a lot. I couldn't speak to anyone. And I still do. I still do. But I mean, I can speak now. But I mean, like in the past, I could not speak to anyone. So, me being at this point, um, I just want to say that it's because of you guys, and especially because of my mom. You guys have been actually there for me. You actually motivated me, and so on. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything. Um, I mean, I really appreciate it. So, anyways, this is the fifth episode, and I did not expect to be, I mean, to be having a fifth episode of my, I mean, like of my show. So, and the fifth episode is Elia. I am super happy to actually have you here with us. I mean, I really
Habibi
do.
Sharara.
And I can see that you work hard, and I respect that so much about you. And man, you are gonna reach high places. You and all the artists that are there with you on your journey. I am talking about Freak. I am talking about Tina.
Tina. Yeah.
I am talking about Tina. She was here actually. I just saw a message of, um, yeah. So I am. I mean, I am so happy for you guys. Just one thing that I would like you to I would like you to actually say to those who are really trying, and maybe they are impatient, but like they're really trying and they might be losing hope. I just want you to give an advice if they are in the music industry or in any, I mean, in any art, and they are really trying, but they are slowly just losing hope. What would you actually give them as an advice?
Okay. Before I answer your question, I'll do it quickly. I wanna first of all thank you for having me, man. It's damn pleasure for me just being with you. We should have done that way before. I just wanna give shout out to Tina and Freak. I love you so much. Also, the recipe guys. Also, I love them so much. One of my artists. Also from the comments, I've seen Paloma from Mexico. Much love. Ren, Sarah, and Layla. I think I saw her here, and you again, man. Thank you for having.
I can't see anything. Okay, we actually. Wait, are you here? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I see Suerte from the recipe here. I love this guy so much. Away from having artist
Big,
manager relationship, this guy is a brother to me. He's hard, like cold hard, man. For him
big
and
shout
for
out to you,
Freak.
brother. Big shout out to you.
So yeah, an advice basically, if they're losing hope, to be honest, there's nothing losing hope. That means you're not going enough. You're not hustling enough. You're not going out enough. We all been there. I failed many times. I struggled many times, whether financially in the past, whether psychologically, whether being turned down by companies, by people, by artists. We've all
Yeah,
been there. And
yeah,
if you just sit there and not do anything or don't capitalize on these stuff, you're never gonna succeed. To be
yeah,
honest, one of the biggest advices that I could give is that truly believe in your art. Go out there and put it in the face of everybody. One
hmm,
person is gonna come back to you and tell you, "Thank you, you saved my life through your music or your art or whatever." Uh, so yeah, just don't give up. The second you give up on your dreams or your art or whatever, you're gonna fail in everything in your life. If you didn't
that's
reach your goal, that means you didn't do it. Man, I studied graphic design and I dropped out not believing in this crap, to be honest, and I went pursued music career and music business. And look at me. It took me a while, it took me years to reach where I am. And
yeah,
I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. And
yeah.
obviously because of the push of the people and my family and
Of
everything,
course.
but in the end of the day, I did not sit on my ass and didn't do anything. I went
Of
out
course.
there. So
Yeah.
much love to everybody. And I know you're living in a very weird moment in our lives, but if
Yeah.
you're a musician, this is the best time to make it big because you don't need a label, you don't need an agent. You need to believe in your art, and an artist manager out there is going to come and grab you and make you bigger and bigger. But your art speaks louder than anything in life, basically. So yeah, that's uh,
Man,
that's about it, man.
man, that was beautifully said. I totally agree with you. I am very sure that everybody actually does as well. 100%, 100%. It's already 10 o'clock. I think the live will actually be over in like a minute or two, like automatically. So, man, it was so nice to have you here. The advice was amazing. I totally agree. You are amazing.